I think that's fair to say pretty much all the way throughout playoff.
You know, I'm never satisfied with just being good. I want to be great.
You know, this is one that everybody wants.
What do you want to talk about?
I'd say you're full of, yeah.
That's the truth.
They got a good power play. They got a lot of firepower up front, and our PK's been carrying us through a lot of these series. So even though we're confident in our PK, we still can't be giving them that man advantage.
Drew, compared to how you started the season, now you seem to be just total high gear. I mean, that's got to feel really good for you.
Yeah, it feels great. I'm having a lot of fun right now. This is the biggest time of the year, and I know in order for our team to be successful, I got to be the best defenseman on the ice every night. And even though I kind of put that pressure on myself, I'm having fun, and I think that's when I'm at my best. I'm just enjoying coming to the rink every day, enjoying that first shift of every game, and being in this moment in the spotlight in the Stanley Cup Finals is something I've always dreamt about.
I know you got the pressure now of being in the Cup Finals, but it seems like things are becoming easier for you now as opposed to earlier in the season.
Yeah, I'm not really looking at it as if I'm kind of treating it as any other game. I know it's a Stanley Cup Final, and it's do or die, and there's a lot of things to think about. But I'm just trying to play my game. It's like I said, it's just a moment you got to enjoy, a moment you got to embrace. And at this stage of the year, I just want to be at my best. And the way I'm going to do that, the way I'm going to be successful, is just having fun and being myself.
Did you put a lot of pressure on yourself after just contract, and you had such a great start to your career? People were expecting greatness on a night-to-night basis.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the bigger reasons why I struggled the first half of the year. Put all that pressure on myself with the big contract, and I just wasn't doing the things I knew I could. I wasn't happy coming to the rink every day. I was, disappointed in my play, and just disappointed that I wasn't, playing up to the standards I had got myself into. So, but finally things started turning around, and my play definitely got a lot better.
How did you make the adjustment to not put that kind of pressure on yourself because of the contract?
I just realized, when I'm coming here not enjoying myself. That's the reason I play this game, is because I have so much fun doing it. I enjoy being around the guys. I enjoy going on the ice every day, and once I realized that I wasn't having fun, I decided to refocus and just not worry about that stuff. I just kind of put it in the back of my mind. I didn't care what people said, and started to have fun.
I remember going back to your draft in Ottawa, there was a lot made of how you grew up a Kings fan and all that. I mean, when you think back to that moment, were you thinking of this and helping getting this organization? Obviously a pretty special point for you.
Yeah, of course. Before I was even drafted, I had a ton of meetings with the LA Kings staff right before the draft, and every single one of those meetings, Dean always brought it up to me, like, are you going to be that guy to help us win that first Stanley Cup in franchise history? And my answer was always yes. I'm going to do everything I can to be the best player I can be. I'm never satisfied with just being good. I want to be great. I want to be the best player I can. And now that we're here, we're not finished, and we want everything. We want to do everything we can do to win that cup.
Things have been going well for us here throughout the playoffs and overtime and whatnot. Coming up with some big goals. So.
Well, the things you've had to celebrate, between World Juniors and Calder Cups, and you've celebrated a number of championships in your time. But how does any of that weigh to what's potential here?
Well, I don't think any of those really match up to what we're going for here. This is right at the top of the list, but obviously they're huge accomplishments and with the World Juniors and the Calder Cup and whatnot. But this is one that everybody wants.
Jeff, can you talk about just a year ago when you were initially dealt by Philadelphia, just the things that you had to kind of process in your mind at that time, and then being dealt a few months ago, how that second trade was maybe different for you?
Well, it was obviously a tough situation, for us leaving Philly. We loved it there. We loved our time. We signed long deals to, potentially, finish our careers there. But it was a tough situation. We had, a lot of thinking to do, and it took a little while to kind of get over that. But it's funny how things work out. We're both sitting in LA now. We're 2 wins away from the Stanley Cup, and we couldn't be happier.
Jeff, you played a lot versus the Devils in your career before. Are they a different team that you've seen maybe in the last 3 years?
I think they're still, kind of sticking to what they did in previous years. But I think since Pete came on, they've opened their game up a little bit offensively. You look at the guys they have up front; they got some high-end talent there. So they're definitely taking a few more chances, risks, whatever you might want to call it. But they're still the same old New Jersey Devils, strong defensively, and they don't give you much.
Going first round to second round, second, and so on. Now it's you feel it more game to game, and maybe the finals. Everyone was real excited, and with each game that you get closer, it's like I said, it exponentially grows. Your power plays and penalty kills are big. Opportunities both ways, and our PK has been unbelievable, and our power play has been
Believable.
quite the opposite. So it's part of the game. You got to find a way to get it done. You guys bring up the road record more than we ever think about in the room, and I guess the best. That's all icing on the cake, but at the end of the day, we just want the cake.
Coach Sutter, has your experience been like?
Positive. He's a good coach, and he finds a very even approach to keeping us both honest and loose about our team's game and our individual games. He also has a very even approach of keeping us, off balance in the sense of being serious and having some fun.
John Stevens had Richards and Carter. Your brother had them go from World Junior. Did you get or seek any insight into those two guys?
A lot.
Or did you pretty much?
A lot. Yeah. Same with the kids like, Brent had Colin, also Fraser. Brent had a lot of the boys were playing on the other team now. So, a lot. All the information you can gather from, remember, the coaching fraternity is not it's pretty tight, and there's some that you can really rely on a lot. And for me, I could, obviously Johnny being here, you can really rely on him and Brent's experience also.
What qualities in the coaches you played for did you really, think worked best?
And I was lucky to have 3 or 4 coaches that were, I would say, instrumental in me learning a lot of finer points of the game. Guys like Joe Crozier, Bob Pulford, Roger Nielsen, all guys that had detail to their, they're old school guys, but I think you tried to pay attention and always take something from them.